Ashanti Shaquoia Douglas has always been a woman of mystery when it comes to matters of the heart. With her enchanting presence, timeless beauty, and undeniable talent, Ashanti emerged in the early 2000s as a fresh face in R&B. While her music dominated the charts and became the soundtrack to a generation's love stories and heartbreaks, her own romantic life unfolded more quietly, behind the scenes, until one particular relationship became impossible for fans and media to ignore. At the heart of Ashanti's romantic timeline lies a connection that spanned decades, her on and off relationship with rapper Nelly. Their journey from flirtation to breakup, to finding love again reads like a story written in the stars. But to truly understand her relationship life, one must look beyond the headlines and into the emotional and personal evolution that shaped who she is, both as an artist and as a woman. Ashanti first met Nelly in 2003 at a Grammy Awards press conference. There was instant chemistry between the two artists, and while nothing was confirmed at the time, their flirtation was apparent to anyone watching. As two of the biggest stars in hip-hop and R&B, they were often in the same circles, and soon after, they began dating privately. Their relationship quickly became one of the most talked about in the industry, yet also one of the most tightly guarded. They were rarely seen displaying affection in public, rarely spoke about each other in interviews, and never confirmed their status outright. But for nearly a decade, Ashanti and Nelly were inseparable. They appeared at events together, supported each other's careers, and became known as one of music's most low-key power couples. Behind their polished public image, however, their relationship faced real-world struggles. Like many young couples in the spotlight, they experienced challenges that tested their bond. Rumors of infidelity, miscommunication, and long stretches of separation due to their busy careers. Despite this, Ashanti remained loyal and committed, often hinting in her music that she was in love, but unsure where the relationship was headed. Ashanti has since opened up in later interviews, revealing that she had deep feelings for Nelly during that period. She believed their love was genuine and had hopes of marriage and a future together. But over time, the cracks grew more apparent. By 2013, Ashanti and Nelly had quietly parted ways. There was no dramatic announcement, no tabloid scandal, just a growing distance that eventually became permanent. For fans who had followed their journey for years, the split was heartbreaking. Ashanti, always composed and protective of her emotions, didn't dive into details in public. However, she later hinted that trust had been broken, and she had reached a point where she could no longer stay in a relationship that didn't align with her growth and peace. The heartbreak was real, and it lingered. Following the breakup, Ashanti entered a period of personal transformation. Instead of rushing into another relationship, she poured her energy into her career. She released her independent album Braveheart in 2014, a bold, emotional, and vulnerable body of work that reflected the pain and strength she had gained. Tracks like Scars and Runaway hinted at betrayal and the emotional scars left behind from a love that didn't last. P.O. During this time, she focused on healing. She toured globally, redefined her image as an independent artist, and became a symbol of resilience. Her fans praised her strength and authenticity, often relating to her story of putting herself first after emotional turmoil. Throughout the years following her split with Nelly, Ashanti kept her romantic life extremely private. While the media occasionally speculated about her being romantically linked to other celebrities, including NBA player James Harden and comedian Michael Blackson, Ashanti neither confirmed nor denied the rumors. Her focus remained on self-love, her music, and her growing business endeavors. She spoke openly in interviews about learning to value herself, understanding her worth, and recognizing red flags in relationships. She encouraged women to protect their energy and not settle for anything less than mutual respect and love. Her words weren't just for show, Ashanti was living them. She became the embodiment of grace after heartbreak, and her journey served as quiet empowerment for fans navigating similar experiences. Ashanti and Nelly were spotted together at a boxing match, walking in hand, sparking immediate buzz. Social media erupted. Was this just a friendly reunion, or had something more intimate rekindled between them? Soon after, both confirmed what fans had been hoping for: they were back together. And this time, it felt different. In interviews, Ashanti shared that time apart had allowed both of them to grow. They had matured emotionally, gained perspective, and were more aligned in their goals. The love that had always existed hadn't disappeared, it had simply needed time to evolve. Now, in their 40s, with clearer boundaries and deeper understanding, they were ready to commit in ways they hadn't before. In 2024, the couple made two major announcements. They were engaged and expecting their first child together. The news felt like a full-circle moment. Two people who had once loved each other deeply, then lost one another, had now found their way back stronger, wiser, and more grounded. Ashanti, glowing in both love and motherhood, embraced this new chapter with open arms. Fans who had followed her journey for 2 decades celebrated with her. Her story had come full circle, not just in love, but in self-worth, forgiveness, and faith in timing. Ashanti's relationship life, while often guarded, reveals a powerful story about love, heartbreak, and rediscovery. Her long journey with Nelly, from spark to separation, from silence to reunion, is one of the most genuine and emotionally layered love stories in the entertainment world. But perhaps even more importantly, Ashanti's story is one of self-love. She never let a relationship define her, even when it ended painfully. She chose growth over bitterness, privacy over spectacle, and independence over codependency. Her experiences not only shaped her music, but also elevated her voice as an advocate for women's emotional strength and empowerment. Now, as she embraces life as a fiancée, a mother-to-be, and a woman who has truly come into her own, Ashanti stands as a living example of the beautiful things that can come from heartbreak, when one chooses to heal, evolve, and never give up on love.